Hey everyone, and welcome to math. Today we are in lesson 4. We are going to be multiplying by 4. We're on page 383. So let's get started by thinking about our 4s. So first of all, when we think about our 4s, we're counting by 4. So we're skip counting by 4. So we're going to do this 2 or 3 times right now, and then I encourage you to rewatch the video and practice those numbers as you go through the day or tomorrow or any other day that you feel like the 4s are a struggle. It's really good to practice the skip counting all the time because you're going to get those memorization facts in your head and they'll stay there forever. So we're going to start with 0 times 4, which is 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48. So those are our 4s, and we went all the way from 0 to 12, and we're going to start again with 4 times 0, which is 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48. One last time, starting with 4 times 0, 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48. So we counted by our 4s, guys. Make sure you practice that yourself if you want to. Some people are visual learners or kinetic learners, meaning you need to touch it, you need to write it down, you need to see it. So if that's the case, get a piece of paper, write your 4s down. Do it just like you would do your spelling. Write your 4s down a few times in a row, starting with 4 times 0. And just writing the answers down even. Or you can write the 4 times 0 equals 0, 4 times 1 equals 4. But making sure that you're filling out like you would if you were filling out a multiplication table. I've talked to you guys before about printing out a blank multiplication table. And if you have a blank multiplication table, you can write down all of your facts that you know and then practice the ones you don't. So there you go. That's my push for today. Welcome to Tuesday. Let's go. Multiplication by 4. What strategies can be used to learn multiplication and division facts? So we're talking about strategies that you can use to break down or decompose numbers that are too big for you to memorize at this moment. So that's what we're practicing today, is how to break down some of our numbers to make them a little easier. So let's see, Math in My World, example 1, page 383. Make sure you're there. A box is packed with 4 rows of oranges. So the first thing that I always do when I see these types of problems is I start to break it down. So I have 4 rows of oranges. I didn't mean to cross it out. I was trying to box it. Each row has 9 oranges. So we have 4 rows with 9 in each row. How many oranges are in the box total? You might say, oh, I know 4 times 9, but that's not the point of what we're doing today. The point of what we're doing today is how do you break down big numbers that you should not know maybe. So let's say we were saying something bigger than 4 times 9, like, I don't know, 4 times 18. Well, you could break it down by breaking down the 18. So what they're saying here is we can break this down. We can decompose the 4 into something we know better. We know that 4 is broken down into 2 2s. So since 4 is broken down into 2 2s, we can decompose 4 into 2 equal addends of 2s. Use the known fact. We know already our 2s. So we're pretty much masters of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So we know our 2s. So if you do, then you can break this in half and say, okay, I know 4 is broken into 2 and 2. So you get rid of the 4. Now you have 2 times 9 and 2 times 9. Well, 2 times 9 you know is 18. So since you know 2 times 9 is 18, that means you know that you have 2 times 9 plus 2 times 9. 2 times 9 plus 2 times 9. So that means you have 18 plus 18. So this is called decomposing the number. So when we decompose a number, we're saying that we understand that we can break down 4 times 9 into 2 times 9s. Whoops, that's an 18. So with that, we can now break down that number to make ourselves 18 plus 18. Well, 18 plus 18, they already have the answer there, but I want to make sure we understand that we're just stacking them up. 8 plus 8, 16, and then 3 ones, 3, 36. So the array shows that 2 times 9 plus 2 times 9 equals 4 times 9. So these 2's added together make 4. So 4 times 9 is 36. There are 36 oranges in the box. Now this is the first time we're going over decomposing a number or a fact. So as we think about this, we're just saying that we know that 4 is 2 plus 2. So now we have that broken down. Now, because it's new, you might be like, what just happened? It's okay. Take your time because we're just getting started. Let's move on to example 2. So in example 2, we're talking about bananas. So there are 3 bunches of bananas. Each tells us to multiply. Each bunch has 4 bananas. So we have 3 bunches, 1, 2, 3. Each bunch has 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 3 times 4. 3 cannot be decomposed into 2 equal addends. So what they're saying is you can't add anything that's the same to make 3. So 1 plus 1, no. 2 plus 2, no. You can only say 1 plus 2. So if you say 1 plus 2, they're not equal, so you can't break down 3. 3 cannot be broken down into equal addends, so equal things that add together to make 3. So you're going to break down the 4. So since we're going to break down the 4, solve by decomposing by breaking down the factor 4. So 4 can be broken into what 2 addends that are the same? 4 can be broken into 2 plus 2. So since you have 2 plus 2, now you have 3 times 2 plus 3 times 2. 3 times 2 plus 3 times 2. So 3 times 2 equals 6. So 3 times 2 equals 6. I hope you're seeing the pattern here. 6 plus 6, what is it? 12. So 3 times 4 is 12. The unknown is 12. So can I break this down a little further? So we had 3 times 4. 3 times 4 equals something we didn't know. Maybe you did know, but we're just still practicing the skill of breaking a number down. So please bear with us when you say, I already knew 3 times 4 was 12. Doesn't matter. We're saying, do you know how to break down this into smaller numbers? So 3 times 4 equals unknown. We can't break 3 down because it's an odd number, but we can break 4 down. So we break 4 down into 2 plus 2. So now instead of 3 times 4, we have 3 times 2 plus 3 times 2. So we have 3 times 2 twice because we broke the 4 down 2 times, twice. So that would equal the same. So these are going to be the same answer, the unknown, because 4 is 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2. So hopefully that makes some sense to you. If not, bear with us. We're going to keep going. Moving on to the guided practice. So guided practice is where you're practicing. So I'm going to say these things out loud. You're going to see if you can break them down. So here we go. Double a known fact to find 6 times 4. So 6 times 4, label the array and complete the number sentence. So they want us to break down 6 or 4. The bigger number is 6. Can you break that down into 2 numbers that add up together and they are the same number? What 2 numbers are the same? I guess what number is the same? And added together makes 6. 2 plus 2? No. 1 plus 1? No. 3 plus 3? Yeah. All right. So 3 plus 3. 3 plus 3 equals 6. So since 3 plus 3 equals 6, we're going to put 3 and 3 here. So as you see, we've broken down 6 into 3 plus 3. Do you see it? I hope you see it. I know I can't answer anything here, but I can in Zoom. So join me in Zoom if you're still struggling. But look, we took 6 times 4, 6 times 4, and we broke the 6 into 2 3s because they're the same number. And now we have 3 rows of 4 plus 3 rows of 4. So 3 times 4 plus 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 4 is 12. That's considered our known fact because we already did our 3's. So we should know them. 12 plus 12 is 24. So 6 times 4 is 24. Rock on. I hope you got it. Let's move on. So now that we've done our independent practice, now that we've done our guided practice, we're going to move on to independent practice. So it's asking you to draw and label an array. So we're going to start by doing this together. If you're struggling. If you're not struggling, pause the video, go ahead and do numbers 2 through 9 on this page, and then start the video back up so you can check your answers. You can skip through the video to just see the answers and see if you got them right. If you're still struggling, stick with me and I'll be working with you. So let's get going. Double a known fact. So what they're saying is break down 8 to a smaller number. To find each product, draw and label an array. So we need to draw an array. So we're going to start with 8 times 4. Super simple. Draw a rectangle. The rectangle is going to be tall because the 8 is first. So we're going to take 8 times 4. So we need 7 cuts to make 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cuts make 8 blocks. Now we need 3 cuts to make 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3. So now I have 8 times 4 shown in an array. So what can I do to break down 8 to make 2 smaller numbers? So I need 2 small numbers that are the same to make 8. What plus what equals 8? If you're struggling, cut this in half and count your boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 plus 4 equals 8. So now 4 times 4 equals, if you're struggling, 4, 8, 12, 16. 16. So I have 2 16s. 16 plus 16. 16 plus 16. If you don't know it by heart, you got 12 and a 3, 32. Moving forward, 5 times 4. We're going to start with drawing our array. We have 5. So we're going to cut it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have 4, which we're going to break into smaller numbers. 4 can be broken into 2 plus 2. So we have 4, we're going to cut it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So I have four blocks here, and as you see, when I cut them in, when I cut them in half, that's really difficult to do. I'm trying, but woo, on a computer screen, I'm struggling with how to copy my line. So anyway, I'm saying to cut it in half right here. Oh, there we go. Look at that. I'm a master. So I cut it in half. I have 2 here and 2 here. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 10 is 20. Moving on, 4 times 6. 4, cut it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Times 6. I need to move this down a little bit. Oof, oof. There you go, that works. 6, I'm going to break down, but let's just draw it. We need 5 cuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 cuts. I'm going to break this down by cutting this in half. Now, why am I cutting the 6 and not the 4? Because the 6 is bigger, so it's easier to break that into a smaller number. 3 times 4 is easier. But you could break down the 4 into 2 times. So it's really your call how you want to handle that one. You could break down the 4 into 2 2s, or you could break down the 6 into 2 3s. So it's really your call. So now I have 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 plus 12 is 24. Now we have 7 times 4. 7 is an odd number, so I cannot cut that in half. But I want to draw 6 lines, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, to make 7 cuts, or 7 bars. And then I'm going to have 4 here. And 4, I'm going to cut it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And 4 can be broken in half to 2 times, or 2 plus 2. So I have 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 7 again is 14. 14 plus 14 equals 28. Final answer here is 28. Number 7 says 7 times 4. What's 7 times 4? Well, if you're struggling, you're doing 7 times 2 plus 7 times 2. If you take notice, we just did that. 7 times 2 times 7 times 2. The answer was 28. 9 times 4. If you're struggling with 9 times 4, the fact, then you can do a double the known fact. The known fact is 9 times 2 plus 9 times 2. That's 18 plus 18. We just did that one earlier too. It was 36. 4 times 4. If you're struggling with 4 times 4, then you would do 4 times 2 twice. 4 times 2 plus 4 times 2. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 8, 16. 4 times 10. Hopefully you know this because you know your tens, but they're saying double it. 4 times 5 plus 4 times 5. 20 plus 20 is 40. So as you see, we're practicing doubling the known fact by breaking down the number that they're asking about. Moving on to the back side, which is the problem solving and hot problems. The library offers 4 activities on Saturday. Each activity at the table has room for 10 children. How many children take part in the activities? So we have 4 times 10. Double the known fact. Write the multiplication sentence. Well, 4 times 10 equals what? 40. 40 what? How many children? 40 children. Don't forget, word answers for word problems. Mitch bought 4 bottles of suntan lotion, each for $6. So each $6. Now check this out. We have 4 times 6 right now for this first sentence. So first sentence is 4 times 6. Now it says, later the lotion went on sale for $4 each. How many more bottles could he have bought for the same amount of money if he waited for the sale? This is a crazy question, guys. For especially like, I don't know. But let's just break it down. 4 bottles he bought for $6 each. How much money did he spend? Well, 4 times 6. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So he spent $24 on 4 bottles of lotion. You guys see it? 4 bottles, $6 each, is $24. That's how much he spent. Now it's saying later the lotion went on sale for $4 each. If the lotion's $4 each, how many bottles could he buy? So they're saying 4 times what? $4 times how many bottles equals $24. So we already know that 4 times 6 equals 24. So what we did was instead of $6, we have $4. So we switched our facts. So now instead of 4 bottles, we have 6 bottles. The facts stayed the same, 4 times 6. It's the dollars versus bottles that switched. So how many bottles could he buy? With $24 and $4 each, he could buy 6 bottles. Moving on to the hot problems. Number 12. Look at the multiplication table over here. Circle the two numbers that represent the product of 4 and 10. So go 4 times 10. So we're going to go across 4, 10. There's the product of 4 and 10. Now, there's 2 times that this happens. We have 4 times 10, and then we have this one, 4 times 10. So we have this one here too. So when they say circle the two products, these are the two products that represent 4 times 10. Write this product as a sum of 2 equal addends. So we can either break it down 2 ways. So they're saying 4 times 10 is the same as, we can break this down to 2's, 2 plus 2, 2 plus 2. So now you have 2 times 10 plus 2 times 10. Or you can do it where you have, so this is one way. I'm just going to box this out. So this could be an answer right here, where you write this on the line. Or you could break down the 10 into 2 5s, 5 plus 5. So then you have 4 times 5 plus 4 times 5. So this is the second way you could do that one, by breaking down the 10. Because they're both even numbers, you can break each one down. It's up to you which one you would do. Can the product of 4 and any number always be written as a sum of 2 equal addends? Can a product of 4, so when you're multiplying by 4 times anything, can you always break it down into equal addends? Can you break 4 down all the time? Yes, 4 can always be broken into 2 plus 2. Always, because it's an even number. So, yes, because 4 is even and can always be 2 plus 2. So this breaks that idea down that you can always break 4 down because it's an even number. Then what is one strategy I could use to multiply by 4? Decompose 4 into equal addends. If you're like, what is he talking about? 4 can be broken down into 2 plus 2. 4 can be broken down, decomposed, into 2 equal addends. 2 equal addends, 2 plus 2. Decomposed, 4 is 2 plus 2. That's decomposition. Crazy word, but super simple. Moving forward, your homework. For homework tonight, you are completing numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. So circle those numbers on your homework and get yourself started. I hope this was helpful to you today, decomposing numbers. It's a new strategy for how to break down multiplication and numbers that are larger. This will be really helpful for you when you get to something like 2 times 50 or 2 times 100. You can break those numbers down into something maybe you know, because you can break them in half. So get yourself finished with your homework, and then you may place your book away wherever you put it and mark as done. Have a great day, guys. Palm it.